And realistically, all you missed is a bit of panel rambling.
I wish they
So
could have
you're
heard
fine.
the panel slow descent into madness. It was really quite something, and they were trying to fill time desperately. The game was paused at the start, so you haven't missed anything, which is something, chat. Don't worry about it.
And they're going to go for Fada. They've got the Nightmare into the Bramble Maze and the Skewer, so Team Spirit will lock up First Blood. I like that they wait for Toronto, Tokyo to come over and get that first blood.
Yeah, such a good advantage for the mid lane in the early game. This combo, as you saw just then, Peacock, the skewer through the brambles, very, very potent killing potential.
Ooh, Skitter getting touched for a second. He was skewered back. Here it does have Bramble Maze. And it'll be placed down, but the Time Walk evading the maze. Look at that.
Oh, not the maze talk again.
Could you imagine you could just Time Walk right through a maze? Break all maze records. Miposhka was heading down towards bottom, but he'll TP top. I think they were thinking about maybe going for a kill, but they already got first blood. They'll be fine. Miposhka comes up into the top lane with 2 sentry wards. Okay.
Nice mischief from Yatoro there. Dodges the scatter blast from the Sapphire. I think this this bot lane should be really good though for Team Spirit. We've seen what Collapse can do yesterday. These guys are on it at the moment.
Yeah, Collapse having a really good tournament, and Spirit, I think that last series has certainly given them a lot of momentum. Whether or not that holds through going to sleep and getting into this next day and going into this series, how much of that momentum will hold, but Collapse is certainly feeling himself recently.
Yeah, I just want to say quickly before we move on to other stuff as well, I love this last pick Ember from Spirit. It allows them to play this really quick playstyle that we've seen. They're going on 3-3. Now Snake
And then
might
they
be in
turn
a bit
it
of
for
trouble.
Snake King. Ooh, misses the Boundless Strike, and that might allow this Snapfire to get away. They still have the Nightmare, though. The control is there. Fairy Fire, Scatter Blast, and yeah. Snake King will survive, has that salve to heal up.
And that's one good thing from this lane that you'll probably see a lot here with the Wolves waking up the Nightmare.
Yeah. And that's one thing that Miposhka has dealt with quite a bit.
Oh,
in
Miposhka
this
gets played
tournament.
Bane against Lycan again. It's so exciting.
One game Ancient Apparition, one game Bane. He's constantly dealing with it. Rocket Barrage coming out from Fada. Mira trying to run away from Skitter as well as Fada on this Dark Will. So get to the high ground. And Fada has Rocket Barrage. Whether or not he's got the movement speed to catch up and get in there. Well, he's got either Homing Missile or the Rocket Barrage. Mira has a Fairy Fire, 1 stick charge.
Shadow Realm's not going to be up in time.
He'll be fine. Ooh. Fairy Fire? Holding it throughout the entire time. Never in doubt.
Never in doubt, Peacock. Lady stage going pretty well, though, for...
Ooh, Skitter. Skewered back and very problematic for him all of a sudden.
Yeah, he's used the Time Walk already as well, so... Oh, Courier dies. I think that was to Wolves there from 3-3. Up in the top lane,
those Wolves are looking to pull the creep wave as well.
Miposhka missing out on all that regen that was coming out on the Courier. Could be a big deal for that top lane.
Nightmare.
Oh, well played by Miposhka. Stops the wave pool from happening, and now the lane's going to be going all the way back towards the Monkey King again. This is something we saw the other day. I think it was T1 against Spirit, where Miposhka... Miposhka's dead.
Yeah, I think Miposhka knew he was dead, and he doesn't have that regen from the Courier that was coming out, and he might as well go back. Full health, full mana, TP in, right?
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, that cancel pool helps Yatoro's lane so much, though, on the Monkey King. Ooh.
Bottom lane, Skewer again. Skitter forced the Time Walk. Only a level 1 Time Walk, and they're putting the pressure on pretty much constantly at the moment, and eventually that will start to dwindle down as their mana regen. All they've got right now is, well, Mira's got a Mango.
Fata, this is so good from Fata here. Like, he's just letting Skeeter just free farm under the tower here.
He might end up dead. He goes into the brambles, Collapse, trying to get this kill.
Stick.
And yeah, he's got that stick to get the mana to have that skewer ready to go. And
he's got skewer level 2 on the mag.
And he's gone 1-0-2, and he's going into Arcane Boots first.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before. That might have been a reactionary thing just to be able to get the kill there. I'm not sure, but... Well played all the same. I mean, yeah, again, though, Skeeter managed to get, like, free fire under the tower there, which is really good, so...
Ooh, Snake King going down. Yatoro with the help there from Miposhka. This is a big kill for them. It all comes from stopping that pull from happening. Yatoro feeling comfortable in that lane, and this combination has been quite strong for Spirit throughout the event.
Do you know how much Invoker 9's played before? Because when I think of 9, I don't necessarily think of Invoker.
Well, a lot of people recently have been thinking about his Coddle mid. I know it's been getting tweeted about a lot as well. And he's played 28 games? Yeah, 28 games on the Invoker Pro, 60% win rate.
Okay. Pretty good going, then.
And his most played hero is Zeus.
His last Invoker game was 2 months ago in TI qualifiers. So he didn't play it throughout the whole of the ESL event. Maybe something that he's not his like go-to, but because he saw how good of an Invoker game it was, he's like, guys, we can't we can't pass up on this hero here. Like the panel was saying with the Void.
Ooh, Skewer again. They've got the root on a Skitter. They were charging up the Shadow Realm strike, looking to get that kill, but they don't have it as he time walks away, gets a good chunk of that health back. Yeah, again, they're constantly going on this Void.
Yeah, the problem with this combo, though, is that the Bramble Maze doesn't last long enough to, like, stop the damage from Time Walk just healing it back off, right? Where sometimes you have these stuns, I think, like, Burrow Strike's a pretty good example, where it gets to a certain point and he can't Time Walk off the damage anymore. The Skewer Bramble Maze just isn't doing that.
Well, as it gets higher, it should, right? It goes up to 2 seconds and Collapse in trouble. 9 making the rotation. EMP right on Collapse. It'll pop, and so will Collapse's life, as 9 makes the first rotation off mid and gets that kill.
Yeah, and that first rotation is always the most important one, right? Like, you get the earn charges, and now every subsequent rotation you make afterwards is going to be easier because of that little bit of extra damage coming through. You have to assume he's
about the Crossflex Invoker, right? Like how you really need to kind of snowball with kills to get a lot to happen.
Yeah, depending on item build, yeah, I agree. And this Vessel is going to be so good up against the Monkey King as well. Like, even the Mag, this, like, relatively tanky hero.
Tornado through the creeps is 9, trying to farm up as best he can. Like you said, he's going for the Vessel. You've got Void going for Treads. And then 3-3, he's already got that Helm of the Dominator, and he'll be looking most likely for that Helm of the Overlord.
Yeah, you have to assume so. Unless he goes for some, like, weird Orchid build, but I don't know why he would this game.
Would you do that after? Get the Helm of the Overlord and then go Orchid afterwards?
We have seen it this tournament once already, right? But I think the... enabling the Void is going to be the key thing this game.
Nightmare, Primal Spring with Boundless Strike, popping that Jingu. Miposhka will get that kill as he uses that Brain Sap for it. Yeah, 3-3 Shapeshifts goes after Miposhka, who doesn't have anything available to him, so no Nightmare, no Brain Sap to survive, and will just get run down here by 3-3.
Yeah, and you can see how little damage that Jingu did against the Lycan as well.
9 Tornado EMP, Toronto Tokyo now out of mana. He did have that wand to pop. Cold Snap doing a lot here, and Snake King's trying to get there so he can't get that double damage to refill the bottle, but they've also got Fada coming in, and he doesn't have any mana to work with, so he'll just end up dead. Yeah, great rotation there from Tundra.
Great rotation by the Tundra supports. Understanding, you know, we've talked about this a lot this tournament again, though, that the 6-8 minute runes can be so important. Tundra controlling them really well. Like, they bring their supports over. They didn't get the 8 minute rune, but they do kill the Ember for it. But also at the 6 minute mark, 9 gets the haste rune and makes the rotation bot. So, doing a really good job so far here on Tundra. We didn't get a chance to, oh, hang on, bot lane.
Chrono on it too. Rocket Barrage still going off. They're trying to get the kill here onto the Magnus. They'll bring over 9. Collapse is low. Collapse is dead. The Tornado EMP right onto this Dark Willow, and while this is a problem right now for Mira, as he's just getting chased all the way through the tier 1 tower, and Skitter will grab himself a kill. Good movements continue here for Tundra as they move through bottom and get both heroes.
And 9 is played so well this game.
Stacks.
But 9 has Vessel at 9 minutes, Peacock. This is probably the most farmed Invoker I've ever seen. And again.
Find another. Miposhka just getting run down. EMP once more. 9 with another kill. Tornado almost hitting Toronto Tokyo. Sneaking comes over. The double damage was popped. Sleight of fist through. Bramble Maze coming down. That will lock up 9. And they get the kill. They've got the Cursed Crown. They should have the lockdown for this finish. But, ooh, surviving with the 1.
He's still alive.
And just goes down to Toronto Tokyo. They're going to bring Collapse over. Shockwave pulling back the Snapfire. Snake King in trouble. Snake King going down to Toronto Tokyo, who grabs a double kill for himself and 2 kills there in response for Team Spirit.
Yeah, game rescued there almost for Team Spirit. That DD rune, like we mentioned, these actives really causing the big swings in this game. And I don't know if you saw that, they didn't actually denied the Arcane rune top there with the Wolf on 3-3.
Yeah, so denying that battlefield, denying that Arcane rune on the Ember.
Do you know what? It's the worst thing as the Void when you miss a last hit and do a tower because you accidentally, well, not accidentally, but like you bashed. Oh man, I'm just trying to set up last hits myself, you know?
And then you're the one who's mad at 16%.
Yeah.
Or whatever percentage is at, you know, whatever level you've got.
Yeah, they changed it, didn't they? I can't remember what the bash percentage is now.
12, 16, 20, 24.
It used to go up in 5s.
Collapse, by the way, he's got Arcane Boots, has a Bracer, going into the Blink Dagger next. We've seen him play pretty impressively with these Blink Initiation heroes in the offlane. Obviously, most recently, that Axe, which won them that series. He played so well on that Axe.
Ooh, 9.
Tornado comes in, that's going to catch Yatoro. They're going to go to the Mortimer's Kisses right onto the Monkey King. Time walk in, and they've got an easy kill here onto the Monkey King, thanks to the help of 9 and Snake King. Skitter comes in, but doesn't grab a last hit.
Yeah,
Mortimer's Kiss is right down to the Monkey King.
3-3 mid lane just takes the tower. So, I mean, that's such a... That's probably the worst case scenario for Spirit there in the last minute or so. Because they were trying to push this bot tier 1 and 3-3 realised that instead of defending or pushing the top tier 1, the best thing you can do is just run up mid tier 1 instead. And they have to commit to one or the other. And Spirit kind of leave this Monkey King to his own devices in bot lane, gets punished.
Team Spirit are coming bottom, but I feel like they need to be careful. Chronosphere is available, and the combination with the Invoker as well as Snake King, who doesn't have the Mortimer's Kisses right now, but can certainly help out. Could be dangerous. Toronto Tokyo, we spotted Sleight of Fist and the Remnant away, breaking the smoke of Tundra, who are going towards mid, who might have caught Yatoro once again.
Yeah. This Willow, by the way, not level 6 yet, 12 minutes into the game. That's a big problem.
Oh, yeah.
Like, where you normally have that big combo with the RP into the Terrorize, it's just not available right now. And I think Miposhka took the time to get his level 6, but Mira's really suffering for it.
And we've talked about it with Fada, where he didn't get level 6 until like minute 15, but he was in a 5 position. Mira's in a 4 spot, getting a little bit more priority than Miposhka. And
the thing is as well, like, Abaddon's not an XP like needed hero, right? Like, everything you get is kind of just a bonus, but Willow really needs that level 6. And we've seen Mira play Willow this tournament and do really well. So the fact they're not able to enable this hero at all...
he's in trouble. Goes into the Shadow Realm, throws the Cursed Crown as well as the Bramble Maze. He's trying to survive as best he can, but again, he does not have that level 6. He can't throw a Terrorize or go to a Bedlam shot here. But yeah, 9's going to come around and get that kill and grab himself another charge on that Spirit Vessel. He's going Spirit Vessel back into the Midas, which is something that we've talked about before, where we've seen Invokers kind of miss the Midas and be in trouble. That's a skewer back into the Fiend's Grip. Well done by Collapse. That's showing off the Blink Dagger. However, he's still going to die to the Mortimer's Kisses.
I mean, 9's so tanky because of the start of the game that he's had. With this Vessel, obviously having the Vit booster for the raw HP. They have to commit so much to kill him. I mean, good reaction from Tundra. They were in, like, the neighborhood already, right? So they could react relatively quickly.
Yeah, they reacted very fast to get a kill in return. Like that, I think Collapse, he shows off that blink. He really wants to get the ball rolling. He's going 4-staff next.
Yeah, the Force going to be really good this game against like Gyro and stuff, and the Invoker with the Tornado. We've talked about this before. When you have these like stuns into the Invoker combos with the like Cataclysm and the Sunstrike and things, 4-staff's so valuable.
Toronto Tokyo in on Snake King, but they're going to throw the tornado over on a Maposhka. They've got themselves the Helm of the Overlord and Lycan chasing, trying to take out this Bane. Spirit Vessel's on him. He's dead on his screen already. They'll get the kill onto the Bane, throw the Sun Strike out. That's not going to land on a collapse, but Mira, he's in a little bit far, getting the kill on a Fada. Does he survive out of this? Throws the Terrorize, walks away, and he will, in fact, survive. But Tundra, again, moving as this one unit through mid, and really disrupting anything that Spirit have going their way. And right now, I will say it's not much. They're farming, and Tundra, well, they're getting kills, and now they're going to move for the objective of Roche as the map is open for them.
And the thing is as well, Team Spirit, they've been the ones setting the tempo in the last couple of days.
They have? Blink RP. They're going to try and get in on this. They'll use the smoke. I don't know if it's going to be quick enough. It's quite low. Snake King in the perfect position. Now they go to the shapeshift. They're going to look over to Toronto Tokyo. The side of fist and the searing chase comes out of the Lycan, but they're going to finish off Roche. Get themselves the Aegis, and oh, he's on the cliff. Toronto Tokyo. He's in a bad spot here on the cliff like a ward, and he'll be de-warded by Fada. Sun Strike in on the Maposhka. He turns around. He's going to be dead as well. 3-3 now on a killing spree. Tundra, they get themselves the Aegis into the hands of Skitter, and they get 2 kills for all their troubles as well.
I mean, this Lycan, we've seen it a few times now. If it's in a situation where you don't contest its farm for the first 15 minutes of the game, it just takes over the game. Like, it took that mid-tier 1 tower before, it enables them to take the Roche. Because it's not just about the damage that output the hero can offer with the, like in these team fights and things with the helm creep and whatever. But like you saw, they just take Roche so quickly, and their lineup for Roche isn't even that good. Like, it's okay. Snake King has a mech as well, so this 5-man timing from Tundra is going to be really strong here. I think the mech advantage is so underrated on these supports if you can get it early.
We've also talked about the fact that the support farm has been such a difference for these teams. We see it a lot on LGD where both their supports somehow find farm around the map, and they become, like you said, have that mech, have that item advantage, and we see it right here. Both supports on the side of Tundra are ahead of the supports on Spirit by a significant margin.
I mean, the fact Mira didn't get level 6 until like 14 minutes is... You can't let that happen.
Double damage available on Skitter. He's going to go in with the Time Walk as well as the Chronosphere on Yatoro. They don't even have a chance to save this Monkey King. He really was dead the second the Chrono came around him. They'll find themselves Mira, Spirit Vessel on him, Bramble Maze. Skitter was doing an alright job of navigating it. Fire Snap Cookie, which leads Skitter to land right on top of Mira, will help him get the kill, and they're going to go to the tier 2 tower up towards top. Tundra just immense pressure that Spirit can't really react to.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're not going to glyph on the Radiant side, so letting their creeps die top lane, but I honestly don't think it matters. If you put, they keep the catapult alive, and that's the most important thing.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Toronto Tokyo trying to push out bottom everything he's got for the moment.
Yeah, they can't fight right now. Like, they need to dodge, especially while the Aegis is up on the Void. Which is such a good position for Tundra to be in, because honestly, like, if you look at the 2 lineups, you would have expected Spirit to be the ones, pushing the tempo of the game early on and things. But
they're coming over smoked. They see Toronto Tokyo. They've sent these wolves mid. Looks like they do want to wrap around, potentially make a play happen, but so do Team Spirit. They've got this RP that they're yet to use and yet to really find anything with. Toronto Tokyo, his smoke will be broken. Immediately, they'll go to the homing missile, but that leaves Fada a little bit vulnerable. He gets up onto the high ground, and Team Spirit are a little bit scared to commit without the vision that they need. And they do have a ward deep, but it doesn't spot anybody in this part of the jungle. They're worried about somebody coming over through mid.
Fada almost has a solar crest, by the way, on this gyrocopter. If you look at Dire's side, this solar crest is going to do so much work. Like, the amount of physical damage that can come out for the 3 cores.
Homing missile going into the Shadow Realm, pops the Bedlam. They've got the Cursed Crown, so they have the lockdown on a Skitter for a second. The Balance Strike comes through. They've got the RP. Do they have enough damage? We'll try to throw the Terrorize out in the Wukongs, but still Skitter surviving, time walking out. On the other side, they find themselves Toronto Tokyo. They have the call down right on top of this Ember. He'll try to remnant away. The only one dead so far is Mira. 33 is going to continue to chase. They've got Maposhka for some help. He has that Brain Sap, thinking about going into the Fiend's Grip, but realizes he just needs to leave. They'll teleport out. They lose Collapse. And 2 heroes die on the side of Team Spirit. They throw everything in the kitchen sink at Skitter and just can't even get the first life out of his hands. He has the Aegis. He wouldn't have even cared if he died once.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you're committing so much for the Aegis target. And they still have Chrono. They didn't even use Chrono that whole fight, Beacop. I will say, really nice target selection, though, by Tundra. They find the Willow first. And it feels like Mira is just not having a game right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Miposhka.
Toronto, Tokyo. Stepping up, meanwhile, Miposhka.
I need to punish this.
Ooh, Terrorize onto 2. Primal Spring down. They'll look over at the Invoker. They've got the Shockwave. Pull him in with Cursed Crown, stunning them both up. They'll get the kill on a 9 as well as Snake King. They're looking for one more. Fada trying to run away with that pig pole. Another Remnant forward. Homing Missile coming in. Toronto, Tokyo has the slight. He'll avoid the Homing Missile and get the kill on a Fada. That's 3 dead on the side of Tundra. Team Spirit with what seems to be one of their first good fights in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I respect that from Tundra. They show 3 heroes spot pushing the tower. You don't know where the other 2 are. They're trying to make a play top just between them. But Miposhka gets the Nightmare off before they could get like Cookie off or anything, right? So Team Spirit able to bring the numbers, turn the fight around.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Is this... Why? Oh, the Monkey King's bugged. Okay.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower
Nice.
is
Yeah, look.
under attack.
Nice.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Thanks, Gaben.
I know, he just looks like he has a cool bleak hallucination cosmetic.
Dragon.
200 gold. Plus 200 in the chat, guys.
And the thing is, right, like, the cores on Spirit aren't even that far behind at this point. Like, Toronto Tokyo's really farmed. Never mind Yatoro.
Mm-hmm.
He's close to the BKB on the Ember. That's the power of Empower, I guess, though, right? You can just keep your cores farmed up even if you fall behind in the early stages of the game.
He's right there with 3-3 and ahead of the Faceless Void. Power of Empower. Always a fun sentence.
That's true. Collapse's net worth progression is pretty much non-existent at this point, though. I feel like we've been saying he's building Force stuff for, like... I think we said that like 10 minutes ago, right?
Probably not as long, because that's the 11-minute mark. I don't think he had Blink Arcane Boots at that point, but yeah. I mean, the point still... We both are kind of just like... It feels like forever.
Yeah, it feels like so much has happened since, right?
Yeah. And is this Force Staff? He's going Force Staff Aether weapons.
Yeah, it's all about the catch
okay, so that's why he's still building the Force Staff. He's also picked up the Shard.
Radiant's
So he's got
bottom
Horn
tower is
Toss.
under attack.
all about the skewer plays on this mag right now. You see, I think if that was his build, right? I think he went 1-4-4, if I remember correctly.
So it's not like his progression has been non-existent. It's just sometimes you miss it where it's just like, oh, okay, he's got Shard, and then everybody kind of forgets that that's still 1,400 gold progression, which is about what he's short on the Force Staff. Or was short on the Force Staff.
You have to remember as well, like, Tundra are doing well in this early game, and towards the late game, they still have this, like, Chrono Cataclysm combo.
Ooh, Blink Skewer, and now they're going to Shockwave him. They use that Horn Toss, they have the damage to get the kill here on Nefada, and all of a sudden an opening is there for Team Spirit.
Yeah, there is the BKB on the Ember now, though, as well, so he's going to be much more difficult to kill. Miposhka's hunting here. He's trying to set up for something, but it's just nowhere near to anyone on Tundra at the moment.
Hira just trying to get back into this game. Head him on the top wave. He's hoping to survive, and you can see the Black Dragon hiding in the trees, waiting for Mira to go away.
Yeah, we saw this yesterday as well, though, right? It's just a constant split push. And for these supports that are split pushing lanes, like, you can't kill this dragon. You kind of just have to let it do its thing. It has so much mana regen as well. It has the sustain to be able to just keep doing this.
Well, it was similar to the game Tundra had, where all they had was really the Clinks that could kill these Helm of the Overlord controlled units. Because they didn't really have anybody who could stand their ground and kill, you know, the Golem or the Dragon or the Thunderhide. So I feel like Spirit are kind of in a similar spot.
Mm-hmm. I think they saw that smoke there on Spirit, by the way, with their ward they have down. So they're going to know something's happening here. Whether they decide to smoke for themselves, yeah, Observer says. Observer sees, sorry.
Fine's going for the Ags. He's got this Midas, so his build has been progressing. He's kind of low in the net worth. I will say it's slowed down a little bit, but he wants the Ags. He wants to have that Cataclysm with the Chrono combination.
Look at this player. They're trying to wait to see if they can break the smoke, and then they have the ward on the high ground so they can go for the instant skewer plays. But Tundra are just into Roche.
And it's already half health. They've got the Solar Crest, the minus armor. It's so fast here. And they're going to have themselves not only the Aegis, but they'll have a Shard. Yeah, Fata most likely dead here, and we'll go down to Toronto, Tokyo.
Yeah, Fata's just getting information about where Spirit are, which is absolutely fine. Like you say, if they get the Roche for it, more than happy. He almost has AC on the Lycan. Speak up, man. This Lycan hero.
He's so farmed.
And the thing is as well, the teams that are left in this tournament, you know, I can't remember if Spirit have played that much Lycan, but I know Faithbian and 3-3, both such good Lycan players.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying, really.
I definitely think if, well, when we get to the finals tomorrow, we're going to see a lot of contention on that hero.
Well, only if Tundra get there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We'll see a lot of Venge, a lot of Lycan. It'll be a fun BO5, but for right now, we're in the BO3 lower bracket final. By the way, Yatoro, he's got himself that Deso, BKB, Echo Saber, building into that Basher and or Scotty. He's got those both queued up for the moment. There's the AC. So, all finished. 3-3, top of the net worth. You can see that Yatoro, with the help of the Empower, is kind of with it. And they're going to go after Skinner. They've got themselves the Fiend's Grip.
Oh,
time
no.
walk. Oh, but back in. Chronosphere on the edge. He's trying to survive. Here's the Sunstrike. Mortimer's Kisses down onto the Monkey King, but he pops the BKB. Yatoro will survive. Mira trying to get out. And I think Yatoro maybe realizing that he wasn't able to escape just yet right there. He didn't TP immediately, and he goes into the trees and TPs out on top of them. Will leave. They get the Aegis out of the hands of Skidder and will leave with no casualties.
Do you know what's really funny? In the end, that's actually the best thing that could have happened. Like, they forced the Chrono, they forced the Lycan Shapeshift, and they still get the Aegis on the Void. And I thought, as soon as that Time Warp came through on the Void in the first place, they were definitely going to be losing, like, heroes there, right? Yujitoro tried to be greedy and hold the Boundless Strike for the Reincarnation and the Aegis, but Void just living.
Yeah, he time walked in and then reverse time walked, or time walked out, reverse time walked back in, and well, then through the Chrono, and still goes well for the side of Spirit, but
yeah, that's a great fight for Spirit. They just take the Aegis effectively for like without losing anything, which would have been initially what they wanted to do anyway, but they forced out spells as well.
Yatoro losing that Mithril Hammer on the Courier, so that'll be gone for 2.5 minutes.
I would say Toronto Tokyo doing a really good job of hunting these Helm of the Overlord creeps down. It'd be interesting to see if we, and I don't think we're going to be able to, but like how much gold he's earned from these so far. I feel like it's like probably about 800 or so.
Certainly a lot. He's been boosting up, and now he's got that Ags. He'll replace the bottle with it. His Ags comes out, and then Nine's bottle Ags comes out, so he's got Cataclysm ready to go. They just don't have Chrono to go with it, but it's only down for 35 more seconds.
Now, Beacop.
Yes.
Seen some combinations this tournament.
Yes.
Are we going to see the Time Wolf? That's the question.
Ooh.
Dire's top tower.
I
The
don't know if
Time
you've ever
Wolf
seen.
gets stronger because it can use its sense of smell. Obviously, Faceless Void doesn't have eyes.
I don't know if you've ever seen a time walking wolf before.
Dire's top
It's
tower
like some
is
really
under
dodgy
attack.
thing out of Doctor Who.
Just can't close your eyes or let it get behind you.
Don't worry, Mortimer.
Although he's going for the Aeon Disc. Okay, now switches to the BKB. Can somebody whisper in 3-3's ears? Buy Ags. Although third Roche is coming. Like, he could just get it that way.
Oh, shapeshift.
Shapeshift, Miposhka. He knows that sound.
Great chains.
Yeah, great chains into the Terrorize. They've got the Fear on a 33, and they're going to go after Fada with the BKB being popped by Toronto Tokyo. Oh, he's got that Maelstrom. It procs over. Remnant forward, gets the kill, and he'll leave with that. Mira's still around, and they do have this ward on the high ground, so they know exactly where the Dark Willow is. They'll get the Cold Snap into the Tornado and the Meteor with the Thunderhide here. Skidder going to get the kill. Goes into the Shadow Realm. Scatter Blast. Team Spirit coming over. And, well, Mira's going to survive for the moment.
Oh, the horn
I say for the
toss.
moment, but the second he gets out of the Shadow Realm, they'll get the kill on Mira. They'll take out Snake King, and that's because the Collapse coming in with the Horn Toss as well as the Skewer. So 2 heroes dead on the side of Tundra while they lose this Dark Willow.
Dire's middle tower is
Team
under
Spirit doing a
attack.
really good job of like poking, right? They're not committing heavily ever.
Searing Chains once again. They've got the Root on a 3-3. Sight of Fist and the Remnant back avoids the Tornado EMP. And Yatoro has that Courier back. And he'll buy out on the Basher. And
Yeah, I don't mind the Basher. I think it's pretty good. Like, stops the Lycan just being able to sit there and hit you, right? Where the Monkey King might be able to like get a cheeky bash, trade back. Any lockdown for the Void as well, obviously going to be really strong. Do you remember the times when Monkey King Wukongs used to have the bash effect? Oh,
I was just thinking that.
it was so bad.
It was very strong because that was what we used to see
4 Monkey all the
Obica
time.
go 4 Monkey pretty early into the Basher.
I mean, it became one of those really ridiculous things that should never have existed in the first place, really.
Dark Willow gets that shard, and it will be in the stash getting delivered pretty soon. You see Boyd, he's broken top of the net worth.
Yeah, doing a
Where
good job.
3-3 was there at the top, and he's going into the BKB. He's still farming very quickly. It's a race for first between the Monkey King and the Void at the moment, though.
We haven't seen a huge amount of Chronos this game either. It's been these big fights where like they kind of like kite around a little bit on the Ember and things, right? Where it's really difficult for Skeeter to ever find that opening with the Chrono. I love this refresher pickup on Ember that he's going for as well. Especially with the axe, your damage output, it becomes ridiculous.
Coming in with all the remnants, burst someone down. He's also got Blast Rig, so 8 more armor. He's got the Hair Trigger passive ability as well.
Yeah, and it's great against like the Lycan and the Void as well. These melee cores.
Yeah.
If you if you ever hit him on the Void, you're basically out of the fight for the next few seconds.
So right now for Tundra, they're doing a really good job. They have an 8K lead, and I wanted to go back to the supports that are still leading the way. You've got Maposhka with only 4,300 net worth. I compare that to Fada, who's here on the Gyro, has that Solar Crest. He's got himself, as well as the Tranquils, and I believe he has something flying out for him, and it's going to be the 4-staff components. Mortimer's Kisses sending Mira back. Tornado, though, it's going to be on the money. Sends him right next to the
Maposhka.
Thunderhide. They've also caught Maposhka. Both supports looking like they're dead. And they'll both fall. Tundra moving around the map cleanly. And this is right
see
as
the Monkey
Roche
King,
is
though?
about to respawn.
I think Yatoro's looking to try and push the wave here,
Radiant's
potentially.
middle tower is under attack.
It cleans
That's
it
really
up
well
and
played.
gets back into the trees. Roche, let's see. 2, 1, and a minute and a half. Oh. Picks up the
Oh,
Abyssal as he's jumping in the trees and out of here.
I'm really surprised. I thought he was going to go Skadi. I'd have, bet a lot of money on it. We've been seeing a lot of Skadi this event so far, but goes for the Abyssal first. Interesting. No, but like we said, the lockdown is really key for them this game, right? They don't have great overall lockdown, especially BKB piercing. And they
Spirit
know
looking to
Roche is
smoke
coming up on Spirit. They have to, they can't just let them take another Roche this game.
for free.
They have good team fight, remember, on Spirit here.
3-3. It's Fire Snap cookied out of the pit. They're coming all the way around. They want to get the kill on a Skitter, but Skitter breaks the smoke. They've got the ward on the high ground. There's the Horn Toss into the Skewer. Do they have the control? There's the Fiend's Grip as well as the RP. The Terrorize comes in, and they should be able to get the kill on a Skitter. They'll end up losing Maposhka, but Skitter's going to buy back. They get the kill on a Snake King. They'll take out this Snapfire. And into the trees, Yatoro goes.
need to get out.
Tornado hits on a Collapse and takes him out. The Tornado also edged out Yatoro, who's trying to TP out of this one. 3-3 with the damage won't be enough. And with those 2 kills, Spirit back off. They don't buy back, and Roche is going to be up in just a matter of seconds. Had everything, all the control there, ready to get the kill on a Skitter. He buys back knowing Roche is up soon and hoping to get them that Aegis.
And that's the thing, right? Like, you know that they've used Wukongs, they've used RP and everything. So if you buyback on Skeeter and you come into the fight and get the Aegis anyway, then your buyback really doesn't mean anything. Like, it's fine because you're still going to have that second life.
And they take it so quickly. That's Aegis, Cheese, Refresher, Shard, all here for Tundra. They don't get that Ags for 3-3 that we were hoping for, but
I will say,
I don't know if this game's going to end 3 Roches.
I would say they're really well played by Skeeter. He actually got the BKB off before he got gripped, and he almost lived. It was so close.
Just before. It was like a fraction of a second. Time walk in, time walk out. And Bramble May is down, and they'll take this tier 2 tower so quickly. If they're able to get on top of Skitter, they got to kill him twice, and that's a tough ask for them. He's only died that one time.
Yeah, I mean, they need to find different targets in the fight now, right? They can't just go on the Void anymore. Looking at potentially the Invoker as an option, but, I mean, Nine's doing a really good job of just staying in the backlines. These Wolves, scouting out Toronto Tokyo here.
Slights Remnants away into the trees. He'll get all the way back. Put that bottle back in his inventory, and he's picked up the full Refresher Orb.
And they've actually given the Refresher to Void, by the way. They didn't give it to the Invoker.
Double
Chrono.
Yeah, double Chrono.
Oh,
Wukong's going in on a Skitter. They've got the RP. They have the Abyssal. The control is there with the Boundless Strike. They'll take the Aegis out of the hands of this Faceless Void. But again, he's got that second life. The scan came out from Tundra and did land, but now they're moving in. They're trying to find something. They've got the Thunderhide as well as the Wolves scouting. 3-3 here in the front as well. He's got the Basher, so next time you do that in front of the Lycan, you may not be so fortunate to get out.
Yeah, Shadow Realm so strong though. I mean, Spirit are doing a really good job of keeping themselves in the game, but Tundra's still in full control, right? Yes, they don't have the Aegis anymore in the Void, and that does give Spirit an opening. Like we said, the Void used buyback before, so the fact that they like don't really commit a huge amount, I guess RP is a decent, and they take the Aegis away, means Tundra can't be like just barreling down lanes anymore. Like, they do have to be a little bit concerned that if the Void dies again here.
And now you're on edge a lot more without that Aegis.
Yeah, and like even with this big net worth advantage they have, like we said, Spirit have a good teamfight lineup. So pushing high ground, especially into like Willow, into this Horn Toss Skewer combo from the Mag, not easy. Which is why you see them just focusing on building their lead instead of forcing this high ground too early.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Sunstrike looking to spot any vision there. $11K lead for Tundra, but it feels like this net worth lead is a much slimmer. 3K of it going from Bada to Maposhka. And then you can see Collapse. Doesn't really have a lot of gold, but he certainly enabled his other cores.
Both teams, I think both teams are a little bit worried here that the other team is smoked, so they're kind of just sticking together around their vision. Which is quite entertaining.
Collapse going into that ninja gear. Smoking himself up. Yeah, as you can see, they're both kind of scared.
Oh, going Refresher for the double Horn Toss.
Obviously, yeah, just the Horn Toss. He's not even level 18 yet, but he's about to be. Have that level 3 on the RP.
Flames rush forth. Double damage.
And I wonder if this early takeaway of that Aegis is going to slow down Tundra and hope to get themselves the 4th Roche. Obviously, we've talked about it. Void doesn't have buyback for 3 more minutes. It's a dangerous position to be in. They do have, 2 tier 1s still standing, so even if they do lose Void again, I don't think that exactly leads to them losing the game or anything.
No, not at all. Blink online.
And he's got a Hex.
Yeah, so having that good initiation now, because, I mean, that is something that Tundra have been lacking, right? They have the Chrono, but you don't want to be using that first. So now having that Blink Hence on the Invoker might be a little bit easier. Almost got the Skadi on the Monkey King, though, as well, about 1,000 gold away. Oh, Telescope,
Getting
a great
close
item.
to it.
Radiant are scanning.
These teams kind of close to each other. You've got Toronto Tokyo leading the charge, Sleight of Fist, and now he's going to be hexed up by the Invoker. They've got the Meteor down. Root out onto this Snapfire is on the other
Chrono.
side. We've got the stun out onto Fada. The Chrono comes in, and that's going to be on a Toronto Tokyo. He's also got the Refresher with a Cataclysm coming in. They'll take out Fada, but they'll end up losing Toronto Tokyo. Toronto Tokyo doesn't have buyback, and now they're going to focus their attention on Poshka. It's a huge RP coming in. Do they have enough in the Wukong's command with the Battle Strike coming in? The Terrorize being thrown from Mira. No, they don't. They've got the Fear onto the Invoker, but it's just not enough damage at all. And now they're going to turn around and look to chase. They'll try to get the kill here onto the Monkey King, but Yatoro, into the trees. Time dilation. They have nothing to stop him from TPing out. 3 heroes down on the side of Team Spirit. Everything's starting to come together here for Tundra. They bought back on Fada. It was the double Chrono that took out Toronto Tokyo, who didn't have a buyback back into this fight.
Yeah, a little bit not on the same page there by Spirit, right? You want the Ember to be playing relatively close to the rest of the team, but he gets isolated. Really well played by 3-3 to pop the A on disc early as well. So after that Hex initiation from the Invoker, they pop the A on disc on the Ember, and then as soon as those Chronos come through, Ember does not stand a chance. To be fair, I don't think anybody would against double Chrono, but...
Yeah. So no more double Chrono. Chrono on cooldown for 70. Buyback available in 45 seconds here for the Void. Snaking spotted by Mura, and so is Skitter.
They had a Sentry on that high ground. Oh, no, okay, it's Spirit Sentry. Never mind. Oh, mid lane.
And just popped on 3-3. He's going to try and walk away, but Maposhka, look at his positioning, going into the Fiend's Grip.
Oh,
Now they've got the Abyssal Blade coming out from Yatoro, who'll eat the cheese, but do they have the control? Yes, they do. Mira with the Bedlam doing so much damage to a solo target, and enough to get the kill into the Lycan, keeping 3-3 out of the game for 80 seconds.
No, that's such a huge net worth swing as well, killing off that Lycan. Big increase of gold there. And they should try and make the most of this here. They have RP back up again. Did they just use RP? Did I miss that?
RP's was on cooldown, as it was still on cooldown for 20 seconds. It was used bottom.
Oh, so it's used bottom. I was going to say, okay, so they just used grip there. So the Lycan's still going to be dead. This is what I'm saying. And you have this big ulti backup again soon. Skewer.
Skewer
Again,
back, first
catch.
crown. They're going to catch him and look to get this kill on a Snake King. They'll find him.
You have to respect this Magnus hero. I mean, how many times have we seen this game already? I feel like this is, Spirit's way back into the game. And Tundra offering it up to them. Easier said than done to just avoid it, but...
Roche.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
30 seconds.
It's a quick one. And Snake King's dead for a long time.
This is a while without snaking. He might be forced to buy back.
Still yet to see this Kata combo, though, with the Chrono. Well, I think we saw it on the Ember, actually. That's a lie, but...
Yeah, it wasn't the big wombo combo, though, but it was enough to get the kill on the Toronto Tokyo. It did cost them 2 Chronos, though. I'm walking, Shadow Realm, Homing Missile, all coming through on to Mira. Mira using that Storm Crafter just to get away from the time dilation.
And Roche is up, and as you see with the Sunstrike, Tundra C. So they do know it's up here. And they're going to smoke out. Snaking might have to buy back here, even if it's only 20 seconds left, because you really can't give this Roche up. Not with the Refresher to the mag. Vittoria just in the pit here.
Smoke, trying to wrap all the way around. Mira goes into the Shadow Realm, throws a Bramble Maze on the steps, and now they're going to get the Hex onto Toronto Tokyo. They're looking for the Terrorize. That doesn't land, but it does send Skitter back. He's
Shapeshift used.
got some help. They're going to use that Shapeshift. Meanwhile,
so Snake King's back up again now as well.
Sunstrike coming through on a Toronto Tokyo. Snake King's back up. Time walk into the pit. They see that Roche is at about half health. And they've been throwing the alacrity onto Skitter, but they've caught him. They're looking for the RP. No, they've already got the Fiend's Grip coming through onto the Faceless Void. There's the RP on the 2 with the Wukong's command around them. Skitter staking. They both die. They've got the buyback available on Skitter. They're going to look over as the Faceless Void's got to come back into the fight. They kill off 9. He's got buyback. Roche
Still Chrono
about
up.
half health. They're not committing into it. They still have Chrono, and I believe they still have Cataclysm ready to go. So the Wombo combo still available. Skitter time walks into the pit. They've got the Brimble Maze down, and Skitter's just going to go for Roche. Yatoro looking, Skitter, right click, same. Mira shows himself, Curse Crown onto Skitter. They've got the Primal Spring right onto these heroes as Curse Crown stuns up too, but they've got the Hex onto Yatoro. They'll drop down the Chrono. Do they have the Cataclysm? Yes, it's gonna come down.
The Nightmare!
Oh, the Nightmare saved from Maposhka! Maposhka saving Yatoro, but Yatoro still gonna survive. The skill back on multiple heroes. They get the kill on Fada as well as 9. They'll take out 2. They look over at Skitter, and they will kill him off. 33, he can only just fight. It's a full team wipe for Team Spirit. They will dominate Tundra in this last fight. They will get the reward of Roche, and it is an absolute clean fight from Team Spirit.
Holy shit, Leacock. These skewers
Everything for them.
These skewers are absolutely insane, and that save from Maposhka just completely wins them that fight, and I think the game here with this. Keeping your Toro alive so he can get the bound and stuff for the life steal, but collapse, man. These skewers are just unbelievable. These openings that he's finding over and over again.
Absolute madman. And right through the tier 2, they'll go onto the high ground. Nobody's got buyback here for Tundra. Divine Rapier now for Yatoro, knowing that he's got himself this Aegis. Look at these couriers. All these couriers going out. They're going to go for the tier 4 as the couriers are probably trying to go get something, maybe even distract the side of Team Spirit. They've got the glyph, but they do not have Faceless Void for 60 seconds. Backdoor is up. Backdoor doesn't matter.
See the couriers on the Radiant side? They're actually trying to pull the creep wave away. But, yeah, not going to be enough, unfortunately.
Yeah, they'll go for the throne, and Spirit with a perfect fight by the Roche pit will take game 1. That Nightmare from Maposhka saves Yatoro, the skewers, the RPs, all the control that came in from Spirit in that last fight, overwhelming.